Great day. Now, if you're my generation, you might remember the era of Flash games. Unfortunately, that's all over now. Early this year, late last year, Adobe completely killed Flash. So you can't really play these natively anymore. But there's plenty of preservation projects, or well, at least one that I know of, that I found while researching for this stream. And yeah, what I'm going to be using today to play most of these promotional Flash games is an app called Flashpoint. I've talked about Carvey Break on the stream before, which is a preservation thing for J2MA mobile games, which has a very similar front end to this. But in this case, they're wrapping these old Flash games in their own little environments, depending on what they are and where they came from. And yeah, it makes them all playable if they've been preserved. Midna, stop it. Sorry, my cats are here on the desk, being a little naughty. Right. So yeah, the Flash ecosystem was very interesting. Like I said, people of our generation probably played a lot of Flash games, depending on your situation. If you had a computer and an internet connection, it was all too easy to get so many different things. Experimental games, games that were just uncreative clones of other things. And there are a lot of promotional games designed to advertise other releases from companies. And that's mostly what I'll be playing today, because I'm playing Rare-related games still in this series. And there's a lot of Rare-related Flash games, as you can see here. Just to demonstrate the kind of things that are out there, if you search Donkey Kong in this database of Flashpoint's preserved games, and you can see in the bottom corner, there's 100,000 games, some animations. Midna, stop! No! Ow! Cat. Oh, Pick-a-Pick's here. That's great. This is a Game & Watch thing. That's really cool. Yeah, we got a naughty kitten over here. Okay. She's back in a chewing phase right now, apparently. But she just wants to play right now. Sorry, I can't play. Hi, Breagull, and hi, Gibbon as well. That cat needs to be locked up, says Breagull. Oh, how cruel. No, we don't do that anymore. When she was a very young kitten, we kept her in the bathroom when we couldn't monitor her. But we trust her now. Anyway, yeah, so a lot of stuff you'll see. There's several recreations of the Game & Watch titles, which is really cool. I think this is a great thing to keep them alive. It's very expensive to get an original Game & Watch these days, and Nintendo certainly isn't interested in making them available. Look, you almost fell over again. Remember when that happened? That's how that hole got in the wall. Yeah? Yeah, get down. Ugh, silly kitty. Okay, sorry. There's a lot of these kind of things. This is like, as you can see, kind of cheaply made like fan game based on DK94 or Mario vs. Donkey Kong. What's the other kind of thing? Yeah, there's a lot of things like these that are just kind of an emulator running a game inside them, and you'll get a lot of results for that, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll be playing, I think everything I'm playing today is official stuff, and I just realized I missed something. Well, I guess I'll show off the microsite as well. In addition to games, there's like little Flash-based sites with game information. There's a couple of those I'll show you. Where's the other one? This one. Yeah, that ought to be good. But actually, the first thing on my list is something that Red Crested Breagull here, our friend, suggested to me. Here it is. This has an entry on the Banjo-Kazooie wiki. The Banjo-Kazooie Memory Game. I believe this is the chronologically first game I'm playing today. It's from 1998, around the release of Banjo-Kazooie on the 64. And it's a pretty simple game, but it shows the beginnings of this Flash-based game ecosystem. Now, oh no, it's not capturing the window. Oh, that's bad. I tested this a little bit and it seemed to work. Let me try this. Oh, I can't believe this. Yeah, there we go. That's it. So let's test your skills of concentration. Click on a square to flip it over and reveal the character underneath. Some of these are keyboard controlled, a lot of them will be mouse controlled. Match two characters and they'll disappear. Very simple memory tile game. Okay, there are some sounds. You don't always get sounds, but... Okay, so Turbo Trainers in B. It's that Dragonfly character. I guess it got recent prominence because it was highlighted in the Smash Brothers trailer for Banjo-Kazooie. I don't remember the name of it. Sir Slush, of course. There's Tootie. I think that was... Nope, this one. You're a master, says Bottles. Briggle says, Bottles in charge, but not for long. B Banjo. Very cute stuff. Conga, there's... I don't remember the name. Yeah. A Grublin. Nope. Nope. Where was that Grublin? Here. And that was Boggy. Mumbo's over here. Nope. This one. Banjo. Sir Slush. Oh, I knew where Grunty was. Being too quick. Conga. Brentilda. Getting there. Walrus Banjo. That's Sandy Butt, I think. The mummy. And Boggy. And we're done. Your score is 28. Way to go. Submit the first 7 letters of your name below to see how your score ranks and check your standing in the Jiggy Hunt. Want to try for a better score? Click the reset button to play again. Now, I believe this game would have been hosted on the Nintendo official web portal or whatever. It's got a leaderboard that's not connected anymore. Like I said, the way that Flashpoint plays these games, it creates its own little web environment, self-contained, that it then runs its own little Flash instance in. So it's not going to save my score, I don't think. But we'll just hit... Oops. I think I just skipped over the leaderboard, maybe. Should I do it again? 7 letters. Oh no, Milo will have to reveal their full name now, says Braygull. I'm sure I've inadvertently revealed my full name before on the stream, but it's not that important. Let me just see how the scoring works. My score's going up, even when I'm not making matches. Sorry, try again. Oops, I haven't been paying attention. Those don't match. I know. Good job, you found a match. Oh, that was over here somewhere. Lost it. Oh, that's... Nope. Now I'm just moving too quickly. Good thing you don't lose points for getting wrong matches. Yep. I'm completely off my game now. I wasn't focusing on this round. Oh, that's a Sailor Grublin, actually. You can tell by the little hat. Alright. Slow down. And I'll try not to click through the score screen this time. Oh, right. That's a good point, actually. Gibbon says it kind of seems like you want a lower number. So your score's going up all the time you're making matches. So you want to try and get with this few... Yeah, okay, that's a misleading use of the word score, but I get it. I guess it's golf system. Now Mumbo is up here somewhere. Yep. Nope, this one. How's the audio? Yep, that's fine, I think. Tell me if anything's too loud or quiet. There's going to be a bit of variation between how these games work today, so bear with me. Also, some of the games that I knew about are not preserved in the Flashpoint project, but I do have alternative options for playing them. I'll get to them when they come up in the chronology. So we've revealed the picture again of Banjo and Kazooie. Briggle says that my full name must be Milopoulos Jones. That sounds great. Yeah, it doesn't fit. Thrill House, Thrill Ho. So enter. Yeah, okay. So this is where it would, I guess, record other user names. And by the way, use of Comic Sans there, very in keeping with the Banjo series. Very nice. All right, so that's the Banjo-Kazooie Memory Game. Banana Meteor, hey, how's it going? We just did a podcast together with Gibbon about Donkey Kong 64. That was great stuff. Actually, while you're here, that's a great opportunity because the next chronological game is from around 1999. I don't have an exact date, but it's the Donkey Kong 64 lore quiz. And when I saw this on the list of games on Flashpoint, I thought for sure this must be unofficial, but I'm pretty sure it is official. So yes, a cordial welcome to the breathtaking lorry race through the world of Donkey Kong 64. To complete this race successfully, all passengers must be informed as completely as any possible about the events and characters of the new Nintendo Sensation game. Did you painstakingly study this homepage? Have you memorized all important information? There's some like typos and stuff here, or like strangely worded sentences, so it seems unofficial, but I think it's official. Do you know the characters and their features in detail? Then the journey ahead shouldn't be any problem to you. At the end of the race, an email form is waiting for you. Closing date, 31st of the 1st, 2000, offering you the chance of winning one of this game's gorgeous prizes. Okay, so buckle up, keep your hidden notes ready, and the wild race can come off. We wish you a lot of luck. Who wrote this? Flashpoint's browser interface notes that the source of this game is donkey-kong.com. That sounds official. Banana Meteor has been preparing for this quiz for 20 years. All right, let's go. I'm so glad you're here. Okay. This is a bit slow. Yeah. So yeah, minecarts. They were in Donkey Kong 64 a little bit. But unlike Banjo, DK64 did not have an in-game quiz, so this is the replacement, is this promotional Flash game. By means of which diabolic equipment does King K. Rool try to drive the Kongs insane? Is it with the latest modern talking CD, with the Blast-O-Matic, or with an experimental gorilla particle accelerator? I think he's just trying to kill them. Driving them insane sounds a little odd, but of course it's the Blast-O-Matic. It's not the Big O Blaster. That's Banjo-Tooie. Recycling the same plot. Correct. Oh, thank you. Minecart with sign. Yeah, I don't think he's quite at the technological level to have a particle accelerator, but then again, in Dwarf Fortress, the drawbridges are incredibly powerful, and they call those particle accelerators because of what you can do with them. What is produced in the Fatal Factory? Kremling Donuts, Kong Cannons with a single initial N, or wind-up Kremling Terminators? Once again, who wrote this? The world is called Frantic Factory. It's the third world in the game, as we established during our podcast. Plug. Go listen to the Arcade Era Power Hour. Yeah. Banana Media says this quiz couldn't pass itself. I guess it's wind-up Kremling Terminators, although I'm not sure that's the intention. Like, it's a toy factory, and the toys just happen to be able to kill you. I don't know. It's kind of a wacky... Yeah. This is an interesting quiz. I'm glad I'm taking this. There's going to be some more kind of action games later, but yeah, for now, this is the early era of Flash, so it's interesting to compare. What do apes do at night? They sleep. What else should they do? They cross the fungi forest, or they sleepwalk. Briggle wants some Kremling donuts. Yeah, too bad. Oh, and even DKC 2 had a quiz. So that is in keeping with Donkey Kong. As 64 was like a combination of Donkey Kong and Banjo. Yeah, anyway. I don't really know how to answer this. It's not sleepwalk. I think DK has a hammock in his treehouse. But there are nighttime sections of the game, like Creepy Castle is always at night. In Fungi Forest, of course, you can change the time from day to night. So let's assume that's what they're referring to, and we'll pick that one. They cross the Fungi Forest, which is, again, a weird choice of words for that. Yep, that was correct, because it referred to something in the game. You don't really do any sleeping in the game that I can think of. Unless it's one of Donkey's idle animations. Or is that just Mario 64 I'm thinking of? What is King K. Rool's mistake? Well, let me get out the long list. Okay. Is it A, he takes along K. Lumsy, who will later on help the Kongs? B, he never washes his feet? Or C, he steers the swimming fortress against an island? Huh? I don't even know how to pass that third option. Technically, he's got a swimming fortress at like his mobile Crocodile Isle, and I guess it's implying that he crashed into an island. Does he do that? An intro? Something breaks, and then it comes to a halt. I think it's just the critters broke something in it. Anyway, also Snide, I think, is implied to have sabotaged it. Yeah, it's got to be A, because... Yeah, I don't know why he's bringing K. Lumsy along, but K. Lumsy does indeed help the Kongs. Banana Meteor says, Stinky Feet K. Rool, now canon. Yes. And she spelled canon the same way that this quiz spelled cannons from Fatal Factory. Which is correct in that instance, but not in the quiz instance. Okay, this is a different one. Little banjo-style jigsaw here. I know what Chunky looks like. Even without the fact that it's an outline, so it's actually really easy. Yeah, okay. Should have been saying okay the whole time. I wonder how many questions there are. There are a lot of other games to play, so I don't know how long to spend on this one, but this is pretty fascinating. I think fitting it in with the fact that some of the other games in the series do have in-game quizzes is making this interesting to me. How many Kongs did the Kongs get for one... What did I say? How many coins did the Kongs get for one rainbow cap? One rainbow cap is worth 5 banana caps. Therefore, each Kong is credited with a banana cap. One rainbow cap is worth 5 banana caps. The finder of the cap is therefore credited with 5 banana caps. For one rainbow cap, the account of the finder and of all other Kongs are credited with 5 banana caps. Okay, this is really strange, calling them caps like they're the pogs like from inside bottle lids. Like, I see what they're trying to say, and it's the third one, because when you get a rainbow coin, all of the Kongs immediately get 5 coins. But it's just a really weird way of saying it. I think that's how that works. It's been a while since I played the game, to be honest, but that's what I remember. Yes, that is correct, thank goodness. You get them out of the dirt piles. You have to charge the shockwave move, which everyone has to get separately from Cranky, I believe. Yeah, and then... What happened to the banana fairies? A, King K. Rool has turned them into zingers. B, King K. Rool chased them away. C, King K. Rool locked them up on the fairy island. I guess he chased them away. I don't remember what the banana fairy princess says when you visit her, why she's in there. The door is definitely too small for her to get out, but, you know, fairies, magic powers, whatever. They're definitely not zingers. I guess King K. Rool chased them away. You just find them randomly throughout the world, take a photo of them. Yes, Banana Meteor, I will try to get a perfect score. Prove myself as the master of the Donkey Kong 64 lore. And I feel uniquely equipped to handle this, having just done that podcast. But this is not the kind of thing we covered. Not all of it. Oh, here we go again. Okay, this is trivial. Brigol says he turned them into zingers, but not the wasp enemy. I'm not sure what you mean. There are zingers in the game. And I think they're called zingers. Fatal Factory, or Frantic Factory, even has a variation of the zingers that are robotic. I don't know if they have a separate name. What will happen with the collected bananas? For 75 bananas, you can get a new weapon from Funky. The bananas are fed to Scoff, or the bananas are fed to K-Lumsy. Now, if it had asked me whether it was Troff or Scoff, I might not have been able to tell you because I don't remember which one's which. But Scoff is the pig and Troff is the hippo. Oh no, it might be the other way around. I just decided that I would be drawing these characters in a big Donkey Kong or Kongs and Friends collage pixel art that I'm working on right now. This quiz is actually pretty long. Wonder how long this stream will be. Oh boy. How many bananas are required for banana melt? 75. Let's not mess around, people. Oh, right. Brigo was referring to a sugary, floury packaged snack called a zinger. I'm not familiar. We don't have them over here. Troff has got to be the pig. Troff/Troff. Yes. You're probably right. These are not giving me lore. This has nothing to do with lore, in fact. I find this a dissatisfying use of the quiz format. And I really should be moving on to more interesting Flash games. Even these Americans in chat have never tried a zinger. And don't intend to. I don't know, they sound pretty good to me. Come on. What are the indicators of Kong's energy? Watermelons, coconuts, or oranges? Well, I know that. Move on, move on, move on, move on, move on. How many questions can there be? Do we know how big this game is? No. I have the version of Flashpoint, which downloads the Flash games on command. If you get the version that has them all pre-installed, it takes up 700 gigs on your computer. What is Donkey Kong's trademark? The red necktie, the red baseball cap, or the red nose? Well, I think we know the answer to that. Though pre-1994, he did not wear a tie, outside of the one Captain N episode, where he wears a blue tie with a picture of a banana on it. That was the first time you see Donkey Kong wearing a tie. Of course, that's Donkey Kong Sr. What is the name of the engineer who promises to help the apes? Scoff, Snide, or Wrinkly? I think I would classify Funky Kong also as an engineer who helps the Kongs. But luckily that wasn't an option. Banana Meteor says, I feel like coconut life bars would have actually made more sense with DK having such a jungle/palm theme. I wonder who decided on watermelon. Breakout says watermelon because they taste good and are juicy. Oh no, it's going to give me every Kong in collage form, isn't it? Which means there should only be one more after this because we haven't done Donkey yet. They are getting more difficult. So that might be the end point of the quiz sometime around when we get a Donkey Kong jigsaw. Or because they come in slices, suggests Gibbon. Very astute, actually. That's probably a good call there. Because you can find slices of them rolling around, pick them up, makes sense. It's a quarter. And then you put them together. Yeah, it's actually very logical. And they are visually interesting when you cut them open. Not that coconuts aren't, but watermelons probably are more so. Who is Tiny's great idol? Wait a minute. I think this information comes from the German Donkey Kong 64 site, which means this quiz probably comes from there too. So when it says that you have to study the site, this is the site that tells you that Lanky Kong is Cranky's uncle, Chunky's uncle once removed, and is a comedian from Utan Island who left because everyone was too boring. It also tells you that Tiny Kong is a tax accountant for all the Kongs on the island, and also an aspiring fashion designer who is unfortunately too short to be a good supermodel. But joke's on the writers there, because they did redesign her a few years later into the tall version. So yeah, okay, Gwyneth Kongtro, Kung Chen, which I think is, I don't know what that is, and Kongia Schiffer. from memory from the website, which I did review the bios of, I think it's Kongia Schiffer, especially because she's more a fashion model type. What is Kung Chen a reference to? Kung Chen. It's like what's that cake? I don't know. I think it's Dutch anyway. Yeah, as Banana Media says, that would explain the strange wording if this is on a German site, but it's all in English language, which is interesting. I think I'm thinking of Baumkuchen, and Kuchen just means cake. So Kuchen, I don't know. Yes, Gibbon says DK64 doesn't do great with theming. Why are Lanky's arms so long? As a child, Lanky hung around too much with his buddies. There's a double space between hung and around. That's some poor copy editing. The long arms were caused by an accident while playing tug-of-war, or the gorilla's long arms are of genetic origin, which is a really weird way of saying that. Lanky's not a gorilla, he's an orangutan. But if it said orangutan, then the third option might be correct. But again, this comes from those bios. One of the other little factoids in Lanky's bio, I think the last sentence is that he hung from a tree for too long, or was in like a competition and he won, but at the end his arms were really long. So yeah, it's the first one. This is great. I'm glad I stuck with this actually. Banana Media says, I can't believe you got that one right. It's not even real law. Well, it is. It's totally official. Tiny Kong is a tax accountant. It's on the website, the official website from Germany. And all of that information has been backed up onto Mario Wiki. So yeah, go check that out. What additional job does Diddy have? He's the guitar player in a rock band. He is a successful race driver, or he's a traffic officer on the DK Islands. He plays guitar in the game. I think not like job, but it mentions that he was a race driver as a reference to Diddy Kong Racing in his bio. So I think it's B. Yeah, I can't believe this was going to test the most obscure depths of Donkey Kong 64 knowledge that originated on the German official website. And I'm glad that I really did bone up before the podcast. How about that? I'm amazed that this is actually coming up. I'm very pleasantly surprised by how this stream has gone. Okay, so here's DK. So it means we're approaching the end of the quiz, hopefully. Because like I said, there's a lot of cool stuff to get onto today. I'll be playing the Lunchables Nuts and Bolts Aerial Challenge, Donkey Kong Country Barrel Maze. Surprisingly, the Donkey Konga microsite has a lot of cool minigames on it. But yeah, that's all still to come. For now, we're spending a lot of time on this lore quiz. Indeed, it did tell me at the start of this game that I should have boned up on there. Yeah, we go. Super. That's the end of the quiz, I guess. And I got the super rank. Super. Okay. It's opened a separate browser window. I wonder what's going to come up. It's got a spinner for the meantime. Why did that open in Internet Explorer? Anyway, that's probably not going to do anything, but I'll leave it running in the background in case. But yeah, we can stop that now. Thanks for bearing with me. So as we move on, I will be going in chronological order, but those do actually roughly correspond to different eras of the Rare kind of history. The first few are related to Donkey Kong games that they made under Nintendo, or for Nintendo. And then there'll be a few games that I cover that are Donkey Kong games just after Rare was bought out by Microsoft, but still influenced by the Rare contributions to the property. And finally, there's a kind of little pocket of Rare games that are really interesting. So what's next? Yes. Okay, this one. Let's see. Did that come up? Oh, we've actually got background sounds here. I might have to select manually. Hold on a second. This one? Yep. Okay. So this, like I said, sometimes there's little mini games you can play in Flash. Sometimes it's a full site to explore. So in this case, this is the Donkey Kong Country port to Game Boy Color that had a promotional mini site. You could click around and it would tell you stuff about the game and about the series. So this could be, you know, another source of lore right here, asking cranky questions. Where's a good spot to find a lot of free lives? Okay, so this is like game tips. In Gorilla Goodies, which was the candy option, themed around her save tent. You can download wallpapers and stuff. Sometimes, yeah, the screensavers as well. I think, yeah, the main thing I'm going to do here is the Kremling Krushin game. I'm not sure if that works through this. Oh, yeah. Here's the plot of the game. Cool stuff. Wait. What? That's not what the game's about. Okay, let's just give this a little bit of time. After a long career of... Sorry, now I'm reading the left panel. It's just sort of game background. After a long career of kidnapping princesses and thoughtlessly throwing barrels, Donkey Kong finally decided that it was time to settle down in Donkey Kong Country and survive off of the massive banana hoard he had collected over the years. His retirement began peacefully enough. His days were spent palling around with Diddy Kong, and his nights were filled with romantic strolls through Barrel Cannon Canyon with his beautiful girlfriend Candy Kong. And it even acknowledges that Cranky Kong is an elderly video game star whose glory days were long gone. It's really confusing Donkey Kong Jr. and Sr. here. Of course, as we know, Donkey Kong in the country games is Donkey Kong Jr., who's grown up, a past video game hero himself, who's now hip and cool, and DK Sr. is now Cranky, the old past his prime guy. This is very strange. Is that true? Does each world have 5 levels? Anyway. Now you can relive DK and Diddy's original Super Nintendo adventure on Game Boy Color almost exactly as it first appeared in 1994. Now, on my previous stream, I did cover this in some detail, the differences in the port, but I think almost exactly is putting it strongly. Anyway, we're here for the minigames. Also, Banana Media pointing out that the wanted poster with text that doesn't fit is choice. Okay, that didn't work. So that opened up a new window, but we do have a separate instance of the Kremling Krushin game that's been preserved in Flashpoint. So I'll just bring that up. Cool. All right, this is the minigame from the Donkey Kong Country Game Boy Color website. Oh, yes, this one uses the controller, or it uses, yeah, buttons. So I'm going to actually remap my controller to make it more comfortable for me. So that's M, and that's N, and I'll pick up my controller, and we can start crushing. Your first opponent is Clump. You must hit him with the barrel 3 times and avoid being hit by bananas. He'll throw at you. Watch your barrel meter and aim carefully. I feel like with Donkey Kong, getting a banana thrown at you is actually a good thing, but yeah. 3 hits. Great job. Clump will have a terrible headache tomorrow. Next round. Next critter. He's a little quicker than Clump, so be careful. This time, you got to hit him more times, and you have fewer barrels to do it with. Way to throw. Keep it up, and the Kremlings don't stand a chance. Round 3, K. Rool. Your last opponent is K. Rool, leader of the Kremlings. You have to hit him 7 times and avoid being hit. It won't be easy, but if you win, you'll get the Horde back. Horde spelt incorrectly, by the way. It should be H-O-A-R-D. I think the main site actually got that right. Anyway, with this one, we only have 7 barrels to use, and we have to hit 7 times, so we can't miss at all, and I've already missed. So I was put in an unwinnable situation, and then I got hit too many times, so I lost. You ran out of lives. Remember to dodge the bananas thrown at you, and it starts you back at Clump. So it's actually pretty difficult. Let me see. Banana Media says, I've yet to play any Donkey Kong lands, but I'm excited to try them. Should I be scared? No, they're actually really cool, especially the first one has a lot of new material. But if you are planning on playing them, I'd hold off for just a little bit longer. Our friend Andrew, Special Agent Ape, is working on a colorization port for the original Donkey Kong Land, and it should be out quite soon when he's finished tinkering and adding extra features. So, yes. Let's see. Banana Media says, I've yet to play any Donkey Kong lands, but I'm excited to try them. Should I be scared? No, they're actually really cool, especially the first one has a lot of new material. But if you are planning on playing them, I'd hold off for just a little bit longer. Our friend Andrew, Special Agent Ape, is working on a colorization port for the original Donkey Kong Land, and it should be out quite soon when he's finished tinkering and adding extra features. All right, so that wraps up the DKC GBC site. I think the next thing on my list is the DKC GBA site. So 3 years later, that was 2000 and 2003. Now, yeah, there's even that splash screen for the developer, which is cool. Good to acknowledge the people who made these games, because you don't always know. Sometimes you find out by just looking at the files on the website. Got some nice background music here. So this is a very simple site. You can visit the website for the game, or you can make a little greeting card and it gives you different backgrounds. You can arrange the characters how you want. The scale is quite off on those two next to each other, as well as them being different styles, different lighting and stuff. Yep. Oh, it rearranged them for me. That's weird. Okay, cool. Cranky on DK's head. It keeps popping back. All right. Send to a friend. Yes. Cool. And then it goes through the email. Yeah. I want to play Donkey Kong Country. All right. So that's all fun and games, but there is an actual minigame here. Oh, yes. Okay. This is the big one. Send it to me, says Banana Media. I'm not sure it works. I don't think those little instances are connected to the internet, unfortunately. Oh, Banana Media was going to play on original hardware. That's fair. That's all fair enough too. The Donkey Kong Land games also have Super Game Boy support. I think it's mostly borders, but a little bit of colorization does help, especially in the first one where the backgrounds can sometimes blend with foregrounds. And on that note, if you're playing Donkey Kong Land 3, play the Japanese version for Game Boy Color. It's a fully colorized game, and if you're willing to do emulation and patches and stuff, there's a nice patch by Blaziken something, which adds in missing animations from the Game Boy Color port and translates it and stuff like that. So yeah. All right, the next thing, is the big one, like I said. This is something that I've always wanted to play. Oh gosh. Okay, so sorry about that. This one? Yep, okay. Donkey Kong Country Barrel Maze. You would have heard a little jingle there. Let's try and launch it again and see if it picks it up. No. Yes, great. Yeah. So this is I don't know who made that little animation, but that's fun. This is a promotional mini game that's for Donkey Kong Country GBA port 2003. There's a ESRB rating here, which I'll talk about it as I play because this might take a little bit longer, but objective: safely deliver the barrel of bananas to Donkey Kong on each of the 10 levels before the time runs out. Use the arrow keys or the number pad. Which reminds me, I will set up my controller because this is definitely a controller game. And then note, many of the paths are on an angle and require to use a combination of arrows to get you moving in the correct direction. We could pick up hourglasses for more time, bananas for repairing damage to the barrel for some reason, metallic barrels for points. You have 5 lives and 25,000 points to get an extra life. Enemies: Buzzard, not Necky, Buzzard, flies above and tries to cause damage by dropping coconuts on your barrel. Enemy barrel chases your barrel and causes damage every time it hits you. Boulder pursues your barrel in a straight line and causes damage if it hits you. Venus flytrap. I think this is the first instance of carnivorous plants in the Donkey Kong series, if you don't count Herman the metal-eating plant in Saturday Supercade's episode Greenhouse Gorilla. Grows out of the ground and causes damage by biting your barrel. Cliffs. Whoops. Cliffs is an enemy, I guess. Yeah, a cliff is an enemy. Falling off a cliff can cause damage. Depending on the height of the drop, if the drop is too far, the barrel will break. And then you submit your best score. Okay, so let's go. Now, you will notice that awesome music. It's like legit ska. It's really cool. But yeah, look how smoothly this animates and plays. This is essentially a Marble Madness clone, which is really interesting given what we've been talking about, oh gosh, on the stream. Rare's long history with isometric games. They did the NES port of Marble Madness and made their own kind of take on it with Snake Rattle and Roll on the NES and Mega Drive. Let's get some extra points there from those barrels and grab these ones too. We have to go around here. Whoops. The isometric perspective threw me off a little bit. Yeah, the barrel does have momentum, which you have to deal with, as in these Marble Madness type games. And I didn't know I'd be having so much trouble with this because, yeah, that's actually going to be a real problem to get through all the levels. Yes. Okay. Yeah, the Super Game Boy... The SNES is region locked. You can play a Game Boy Color instance of... what do they call it? Donkey Kong GB, Dinky Kong, and Dixie Kong. That's not region locked. You can get a Japan card. Yes, that will work. I've done that myself. Yes, Enemy Barrel, very different from Friend Barrel. And Banana Meteor also saying, this almost looks too good to be a browser game. Indeed, this is a really nice looking game. And yeah, really smoothly animated, like I said. And the momentum feels good too. Which, yeah, from what we've seen so far, comparing this to the Donkey Kong 64 lore quiz, this is very impressive, and only a few years in difference there. So yeah, so I'll talk about the ESRB rating thing. Woo! Whoa, great. That's annoying because I was so close to the end. But yeah, for a while, DK Vine, the popular Donkey Kong and Rare fan site, lists this game on their game list as an official DKU game, even though they don't acknowledge all the other Flash games that existed on the internet. The justification for that being that this game has more legitimacy than other games like that because it has an ESRB rating, quote unquote, and that's what they said. As for why they would cover it. Oops, I didn't realize I could fall off them. I think people have pointed out that the ESRB rating listed there, since this is first and foremost a promotional game designed to advertise the release of... Oh, wow. So that's a death. That's what falling down does to you. Yeah, since it's designed to promote Donkey Kong Country, Game Boy Advance port, that rating that's there really refers to the GBA game itself that it's promoting. But it's, to be fair, it's not made clear on within the game itself at any point. But it is possible to look at the ESRB website. Are you kidding? I'm sure that lined up. Isometric perspectives. What are you going to do? It's possible to look up the ratings website and see what games have been rated. And see that Donkey Kong Country Barrel Maze is not listed on the ESRB database. But yeah, it's weird. So that's just a weird quirk of fansite history and culture. But I feel like I should grab these when I can, because... Yeah... I'm going to try and make progress here, but if I don't get through all 5 levels, that's okay. Gibbon says, wait, when seeing the spot that I started on, is that the Banjo-Kazooie X marks the spot X? Banana Meteor says, maybe, looks very similar, but I need to see them side by side to see if they were the same asset. And Gibbon also commenting on these hippos. Ah, yes, water hippos. Yeah, I noticed that too. I was going to bring this up. Water hippos returning from should have been a DK game, Congo Bongo. So yeah, Sega's isometric game, which again, very interesting part of the discussion about early isometric games, was programmed by Ikegami Tsushinki, the same as the original Donkey Kong, and sort of unofficially regarded as a Donkey Kong game in some circles, including DKGota.com, which Gibbon and I co-run. Yeah, so having the hippos there in keeping with Congo Bongo is very interesting. At least Scoff got to be a DK hippo, says Banana Meteor. Indeed, indeed. And there are the hippos in Returns as well that you bop on top of. I think they're called Boppopotamus. Or is that a fan name? Also, we have seen our first instance of the enemy barrel, which I haven't pointed out yet, down there on that ledge when we get there. I think some of the geometry of these levels is just designed to trick you, but... Oops. Ugh, yeah, not going well. Let's at least try and get to the third level. But this is definitely one of the main events that I wanted to play today. So I'll try and focus. Oh no! Alright, let's quit. I can't quit. Probably because the submit doesn't work. Oh, I can hit new game. Okay, that's fine. To just start again. And yeah, the music to this is amazing. I wonder where that's from. And yeah, I just found a shortcut. How about that? Oh no. You just gotta be careful not to go too far to the right, but I oversteered. Yeah, just head straight there and then, yeah, okay. So now that I know that, new game. Which unfortunately does restart the music. Oh no! Forget the barrels. We're doing a speed run now. And we do have to reverse up the slope to get a bit more momentum. To make that. Oh, not enough. Got to go all the way up, I guess. Can at least grab that one. But yeah, very impressive, and I love that I get to bring this in to tie Donkey Kong in with this legacy of Marble Madness and isometric games that we've been exploring throughout Rez history here. Thanks to Skyworks Technologies, I think was the name of the company who did this. Yeah, there it is right there on the Flashpoint page. Skyworks Technologies. Did I look up what else they did? No, I didn't. But no, further. Ugh, nuts. And yeah, the idea was that there's bananas in this barrel that we're delivering to Donkey Kong. But what's the justification for controlling it? The DK Vine fan theory was that it's remote controlled. Yeah, okay, so there's just a bit of a loading time there. I don't remember, because Heil definitely covered this in the Slush Fund at some point. While that was still going. Oh, really? Okay, so I guess I land on that ledge and then fall down more carefully. Yeah, I don't remember what his idea was for who's got the remote control for this. Ah! Dang. Banana Meteor says, thank you for sharing these lost treasures. Yeah, and if it weren't for projects like Flashpoint, these things might remain lost, unfortunately, but yeah, we can still play them, which is really cool. You can play it yourself right now by going to Flashpoint, downloading the Infinity front end, and yeah, just searching for Donkey Kong. It's right there. Very playable. So if I go up here, I can grab some points and health. Oh no! I figured the health would help me survive that fall better, but it doesn't help at all if you go off and die straight away. Ah! Gosh dang enemy barrels. Ugh, dang it. What's the time? Oh man, this is taking a long time. Okay. There's so much more to get to. Maybe I could split this one up. I could do Donkey Kong separate from Rare, but I've already done the Banjo one. Questions. Luckily, a lot of these I think won't take long to do. This is one of the main ones that I knew was going to be a time sink. So Banana Meteor asks, what's inside the enemy barrels? Plantains, perhaps? I'm going to say exploding oranges. Yeah, the volume's quite loud in my ears. I'm going to turn it down a little bit on the stream. that's okay. But I am enjoying the soundtrack. Are you kidding? That really felt like it should have worked. Also, the isometric perspective means that every time you're moving on a diagonal, you do need to press both, diagonal directions. This is isometric perspective, but the control scheme is cardinally aligned. So that does actually work better for my own muscle memory. But it makes diagonal movement a little bit trickier. Okay. So finally, we're making some progress here. Do I need the timer? I don't. I've got plenty of time to make it. And if I want to, I can backtrack a little via that slope to grab some bonuses. Are you kidding me? You know what? Let's try this. No! I said, let's try this. Oh yeah, instant death. So that's not going to work. Oh boy. Bit of overlapping music there. That's going to happen sometimes. And I don't know if that was an issue in the original game. Sometimes there's problems with this sort of Flash reconstruction thing. It is running in proper Flash, but whenever you play one of these on Flashpoint, sometimes there's some problems with how it plays, but I think this is pretty faithful. I wonder what that model is, that DK model. It's not the same render model that Cranky and Diddy are using. Not the same era, I mean, or like... or type of promotional art. How are these hippos so in sync that both of them can come up together like that? Okay, so just take this a little slow. Too fast. Dang. I'm really enjoying the soundtrack, by the way. Oh, annoying. Yeah, Heil's theory about the enemy barrels was that they were controlled by Kremlings. I remember that much. They do have the skull and crossbones logo on them, as you can see, which would imply... Oh no! Imply the kind of pirate-aligned Kremling faction that you do see in a few of the games. And the cartoon. Captain Scurvy and all that, although separate. He's very separate to King K. Rool. No, why did I do that again? Oof, alright. Cool it down, people. Let's do this. No! Alright. Okay. I missed that banana. I hope that doesn't bite me. Just go take it slow. Too fast. Again. Do we know what Kremlings eat? Could be transporting their goodies. Well, if they're crocodiles, I'm going to assume they eat meat. I don't know if it's ever implied that K. Rool eats like Donkey Kong's bananas. Definitely by the time of, I think King of Swing or Jungle Climber, he has a line about hating bananas, never wants to see another banana or something like that. Do we ever see them eat? Scanning, scanning. I cannot answer that question. Yeah, luckily the barrel has enough kind of automatic momentum that you can just run up a slope without having to backtrack for a run up or anything like that. Okay. Yes, finally! Bite-sized gorilla bits. Okay. That's an interesting suggestion. Okay. Level 3 finally, and we have these buzzards or neckies freely flying around. That's cool. They might be following set patterns. Hard to tell. But they're definitely dropping coconuts when they get close to me. Oh man, That's tough, because going down that slope gives you a ton of momentum that you have to fight against. Of course, things like this remind me of, like, Super Monkey Ball, another famous primate-based games series that involves rolling around with momentum and stuff. But I believe this... I don't know if this particular game, 2003, would predate Super Monkey Ball around the same time. The first Super Monkey Ball got a port to GameCube. Was it on Dreamcast as well? It was definitely an arcade game called Monkey Ball just before the Super Monkey Ball home port. So I can do the first level easily enough now. Photorealistic buzzards has Banana Meteor. Gibbon thinks Monkey Ball was 2004 or 5 possibly. So that would make this a predating of... Oh boy. Yeah, so a primate-themed game where you're rolling around and collecting bananas. I'm actually talking about Donkey Kong Country Barrel Maze, not Super Monkey Ball. It's what everyone thinks of when I describe that gameplay. I think, yeah, going for those score pickups, since you have to actually get to 25,000 to get an extra life, it's not worth it because I'll die just as many times, which won't make it worth it to get those extra lives. Okay, and we do get a full health restore going into the next level. Ugh! Yes, Nintendo did prank everyone with their little Monkey Ball reveal in the Nintendo Direct. I can't believe I keep doing this. I'm gonna stop at the top there. Yep. The buzzards are just spooking me out, but their coconuts, from what I could tell, do not actually do that much damage. And that boulder didn't do much either. The main problem with that was that it affected my momentum. Pushed me back. Ah! Yeah, the key is don't get spooked by the hazards. Just keep going steadily, because the real problem is falling down to your doom. You can survive a lot of hits and stuff without too much trouble. So we just do that and done. So that was level 3. Oof. Oh, Gibbons confirming that Monkey Ball was actually 2001. So this is post Monkey Ball, the original arcade game. And yeah, I tanked that hit. What of it? Might as well avoid that if it's giving us the option. But we have a quite different setup for this level. Oops. Oh, going in the mud actually damages you. That's bad. So this is a level where health is actually becoming a factor. Because now I can't actually survive that mud pit. I'll try and... Yep. Didn't make it. Oh, and that was game over. Dang. I'm going to give it another go. Because I'm getting the hang of these levels now. Whew. And yeah, this is definitely the main event of the stream today. I knew it was going to be. And I'm enjoying it a lot. So hopefully I can get through the whole thing. Oh no, enemy barrels! That is not a death that I needed on this run. Yeah, a lot of pickups do give you points. Oh no! My finger slipped. What are these barrels made of, says Banana Meteor. Paper? Well, they broke pretty easily in the original games, to be fair. Throw them into a wall, and kaboom. This does appear to be a steel-banded barrel, not the rope ones from the first game that broke extremely easily. Like, at least the steel ones can roll pretty well. Okay. Yeah, that is a good point. Oh no, mud, I am dead. A wall I understand, but mud? Yeah. Blame Bluster's Barrel Works' poor, shoddy craftsmanship, you know. Candy really should have caught these ones that were fragile and rejected them from the factory line. What do you call it? Oh, there was some hidden pickups back there. That's good. I'm almost, yeah, I'm a bit over halfway of the way to getting an extra life. They're not very generous about that, it seems. But yeah, they also don't respawn those pickups with a new life. Sadly. Ah, it's the momentum. You just have to be really careful not to get too much, because you can easily go off course like that. Alright. Let's at least see level 5. Yeah, getting better at level 1 there. I'm glad I'm doing this with a controller too. This would be hell with a keyboard. Even if it is just arrow keys. It would at least be hell on my wrists. I have problems with that. Prolonged keyboard use. Oh! Seriously? Damn isometric perspective. And that was just a mistake. Yeah, I do like these things that are kind of new to the DK series at this point. The hippos. I don't know if you'd call them an animal body. Golden barrels. Are there other golden barrels in this series? King of Swing had the Jungle Jam tokens. I don't think so. Dang it. Well, of course, there's the Lost World barrel that Clubber is guarding in too. That's gold. Nope. Yeah, padded mouse pads do help, actually. I have one of those on my mouse. I have an extra little gel bubble for my keyboard if I'm using it, but, you know. It's just sitting too long with them in the same position and then hitting keys and stuff. It causes a bit of pain over time. It's not a big deal, though. I don't have serious bad carpal tunnel like some people do. Maybe a bit of RSI or something. Okay. I really wish I could adjust the camera view in this game, but it's isometric. That's what it's locked to. That's how it works. It is nice. I would call this style pre-rendered for some things. Maybe not the environments. Or, I don't know. It does fit in well enough with the DK series, even if it's a little bit different to most of the country games. Ah, nuts. I think it's also the only 3D game that has the word country in its title. Unless you count, like, the fact that Tropical Freeze has some 3D-ish sections. Okay. I'm not going to do the swag strats this time. Whew. I actually had a wrist brace for a while, but for when it felt bad, but it's more just reducing the strain activities. I'm not wording that well. I found that changing the way I did things was more effective than using the brace. Just changing my habits and stuff. Okay. This level is not too hard if you just take it carefully. Whoa! Port begging for barrel maze. Yeah, it is a shame that things like this kind of aren't really preserved very well, kind of can become lost, but I'm really glad I found the Flashpoint project. There's one game that I know about that's not on Flashpoint that I will be playing later. I mentioned that already. It's a Diddy Kong Racing DS based game. And I've tried to go through the process to get it added to the front end. Oh gosh. It's stuck in the approvals queue right now, but I will be playing that one for you later on. Timber's Balloon Pop. But yeah, almost none of the games that I've got planned for today are as substantial as this one. Oh my gosh. So I think mud is also slippery. It kind of can increase your momentum, or else I just... Yeah, I think I was going faster out of that mud. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, if I just do that, tank a little bit of damage, get through the mud faster. Okay. Whoa. Where am I? Oh. Taking damage. This is very intricate level design. I gotta wind back now. And there's gonna be some boulders here, I know it. I must survive. Were the boulders mentioned in the enemies list? Because cliffs are my enemy, but what about boulders? Okay, okay. Oh no, there's so much mud there. I gotta grab that banana bunch. Oh, I actually fell down. So I can get the health, but... No! Whoa. This is intense. Okay, so I only need to hit the mud a little bit to get over that first bit, and then I'll be on the pavers. Oh boy. And then I can just take it carefully along the stones. Oof. We're almost there. With one life left. Those evil boulders waiting to get me. These boulders are definitely enemies. I'm declaring that right now. Banana Meat Earth believes that boulders were mentioned. Fair enough. Alright. Whew, that's level 4 done. And we're currently on level 5, the final level. Are you kidding? Don't bump the tree or it will drop a coconut. Are there 2 ways to go? No. Because what's down here? Just a score pickup, it looks like. That looks like an optional path for extra score. I'm going to skip that. We have to be ultra careful right now. Nice slide whistle for that carnivorous plant. It apparently likes to eat barrels? Or perhaps the bananas inside. That would make sense, I suppose. Assuming that a plant is going to eat other plants. A carnivorous plant like that usually will eat insects. Okay, so we're in a bit of a labyrinth here. Got to sneak past these enemy barrels. Whoa, that was interesting. Oh no! Dang. I think that's just a closed loop anyway. So you can grab some extra health up there. Otherwise, This kind of seems like a castle. Oh, I should have known there'd be a pit there. I wasn't being careful enough. Where have we seen a castle in a DK game before? Outside of Jungle Beat. Oh, nuts. Okay. Okay, yes. K-Rool's Keep in DKC2 and Creepy Castle in DK64. Yes, indeed. That is a very good point. They are medieval European style castles. But I wasn't thinking of them because they're in like Crocodile Isle context, which I guess I was thinking of as separate to the Donkey Kong Island kind of context. Sky Skipper, that's it. That's the one. Sky Skipper. With guest antagonist Donkey Kong. Indeed. I did Sky Skipper on stream, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Including the Atari 2600 port. Oh boy, that was weird. Bit of a momentum thing happened there. Go away, buzzard. Yeah, I think there's some hidden golden and silver barrels back there. Tank the hit, let's go. The way I'm playing, skipping most of the score barrels, I can hope for maybe one extra life in a run. But yeah, we're doing much better this time, up to level 4 with 5 lives remaining. And the experience under our belts, I feel more confident now. But let's try not to be overconfident, shall we? Yeah, so I can do that at least to get through that bit. I don't know how to avoid this barrel, seriously. I guess you could backtrack to the mud, but then you're taking damage anyway. What the heck just happened? Okay. Slight readjustment of the physics there. Okay, so inside track, then outside track. Yeah, nice. You're not wrong. Ah! As Banana Meteor says, boulder, tank it. Mud, yikes! Okay. I was a little bit careless there and it almost cost me, but hey, there we go. 5 lives going into level 5. This is our best chance. If I don't make this, I might just have to pack it in. What's the time? Yeah, I've got more to show. But Donkey Kong Barrel Maze is worth it. Sorry. Donkey Kong Country Barrel Maze. Also, that slide whistle is just amazing. Okay. Let's go. Alright. Ow. Luckily, these enemy barrels are not too aggressive. Ooh, another hidden score item. I forgot! I forgot about that pit. You know, if it wasn't for this, like, really cheery ska type soundtrack, I think this would be a lot more aggravating. As it is. It really keeps me going. Oh, come on. Hidden enemy barrel behind the scenery. It's just unfair. I gotta figure out how the next phase of this level is gonna work. So you go up here. Ah! Dang it. That was very rude. No! Oh, go away. No! Oh man, that really catches me off guard. Every time. That's a really weird sound when I take damage that way too. Okay, so when I go up that slope, it's down and then a sharp stop, go around, and then you're right there. That seems doable. I think we can handle that. No! Excuse me? Okay, that was weird. Last chance. Last chance. Unless I get some score items. Hang on. Just look at the bottom of the screen there. Silver barrel, gold barrel, and then bananas. Not really worth it. Odds are I'd go down there and just roll off and die straight away. Oof. Okay. 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 No! No! My heart! Get ready for the next level! Please, no, I'm not ready. I thought that was the last one. Oh, there's another. Level 6. Okay. Calm down. Time is ticking. Oh, things are really... Okay. Watch out for the mud. Oh, that was a lot of damage. I should have grabbed the bananas back there. This level seems not too complicated. If I can get through this stone bit without taking any extra damage, and then just accelerate over the mud at the end. DK's right there. Okay, go! Oh, there was more! And there was a boulder. Whew. How many levels are there? 10 levels! I thought there were 5! I'm not doing that again. Oh boy, I don't know if I could take it. So that's Donkey Kong Country Barrel Maze. Oh, let's move on before I explode. Okay. So, hope you enjoyed that. I don't know. At some point somebody should do a full play of this online. Maybe there is one, who knows? Oh, okay. Whew. Right, so after Donkey Kong Country GBA, Rare made the handheld team did DKC 2 and 3. I couldn't find a minigame for 2, but there is a flash game for the release of Donkey Kong Country 3 GBA. Oh boy, I feel like I just need to lie down for half an hour. But yeah, no time for that. This is Barrel Blaster Palooza. This is a pretty simple one. Kind of Incredible Machine-like or something like that. You set up a little course. Well, it's almost similar to Mario vs. Donkey Kong as it would be after the first installment. Kind of setting up little courses for your minis to walk through. And I think this might predate that. Again, I'll have to ask Gibbon for clarification there, but I do have information on a Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2 based flash game that I can play after this. And that came out in 2006. So that's a year after this. So I'm going to say that NST got all their ideas from this one flash game. I think it's just the one level. It says blast over to the official website for more explosive Blaster Palooza action. So like this is a trial of this minigame or something. Clicking that, of course, doesn't really work anymore. It takes you to DonkeyKongCountry.com. But yeah, that's what I've got for this. There might be more levels, but I think that just shows you the concept there. Okay, see you later, Banana Meteor. Have a good sleep. I think you played more Barrel Maze than anyone else ever. No shame. Nice work, she says. Yeah, thanks for coming along. We'll scope out the other games later. Okay. So that's as much as I've got for Blasterpalooza. Yeah, like I said, there might be more that's not preserved, but that gives you an idea of, yeah, another kind of minigame. Not a bad little thing. And with that, I think we'll move into a little handful of post-rare Donkey Kong game Flash promotional games. And since I mentioned it, let's just do this one next. This is 2006. Mario vs. Donkey Kong March of the Minis was released. And to promote it, here's a little mini game that was on Nintendo's website called Cannon Chaos. Cannon for coins. Can you grab the most coins? To aim, click and spin the cannon wheel. Each time your mini Mario bounces off a wall, you'll get a coin. So the idea is you have to do a lot of bounces but not hit an enemy, and then your aim resets after each shot. So you can't just rapid fire in the same line. You have to line it up again, which adds a little bit more randomness to it, or yeah, strategy or whatever, I guess. And I haven't played all the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games, but this kind of reminds me of some of the levels that are in Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge. And yeah, there's multiple levels. There's a nice jungle-esque background, but this doesn't really have any Donkey Kong material now that I think of it. You know, in a sense, the Mini Mario concept is a Donkey Kong thing. But yeah, the enemies are Shy Guys and Bob-ombs, as you do see in the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games. Oh great, is it stuck? Okay. We made it. Okay, so the objective is just to get us a number of coins, I guess. I didn't run out there, did I? Oh no, I'm actually running out as I progress, so I've only got 2 shots for this level. And you just have to make it as far as you can or whatever. Oops. Let's try bouncing it off the bottom. Oh yeah, Gibbon says, this is how boss battles work in some of the games. Yeah, that is interesting. So this is replicating a gameplay style from the games. I'm not familiar with them myself, unfortunately. So yes, you made it through level 3. And you get the high score. So cool, good stuff. But that's that one. Moving on. Like I said, not all of these are going to be as substantial as Barrel Maze. What's next? Ooh, okay. Here we're going to backtrack a little to 2003. And I mentioned it before, the Donkey Konga Minisite, or microsite, I don't know what you call them. This has been... this is like a more complicated series of different mini games and flash files put together with bridging bits. So it's not so easy to just play it or to just archive it. Like a lot of the stuff on Flashpoint is an SWF that has simply been preserved in that way. And that's fairly simple to do relatively. But to get... Nope, sorry. Yeah, to get this one, it's been backed up. This is a Basilisk. No, what? Sorry, I'm not familiar with the interface as much. Okay. I found this through the Flashpoint Discord. They have other resources for playing Flash games, and one of them is this Basilisk instance that has Flash built into it. And Skellux is a user who has backed up a lot of Nintendo-based Flash games and stuff. So over here, single file Flash games. A lot of these will be in Flashpoint as well. But website Flash games, they're a bit more complicated. Some of them are missing files, so it's hard to do. And there's a lot of cool stuff here that you can see. But what I'm focusing on today is Donkey Konga. We'll be playing King of Swing and Jungle Climber just after this. So 2003. This is cool stuff. I hope you love this, because I love this. Cool. So yeah, we get a little animation of Donkey Kong on a raft heading to the island. Hopefully this loads. One time it didn't. It did! Great. So this is really elaborate. Also, like, this whole Flash game takes place in a new location, Konga Island, which is not really the implication in the game of Donkey Konga itself. If you don't know, Donkey Konga is a game that was released with the drum peripheral for the GameCube. It's based on the Namco Taiko no Tatsujin series, but with 2 drums instead of 1. And yeah, there were 3 games in the series. One of them was only in Japan. I'm going to turn up the game volume as well because it seems a little low. Okay, Konga Island contains tons of information about the Donkey Konga game, including detailed game info and screenshots, plus extra bonuses such as cool minigames. Blah, 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 blah. And yeah, like I said before, what I'm covering right now is not technically Rare stuff, but this era of Donkey Kong is very influenced by what Rare contributed to the franchise. And you're going to see that influence as well as we play this. So the idea is you have different areas to go to, and when you get there, there's little mini games. But to play the mini games, first you need to like up your rank by doing these rhythm games. This is how the Donkey Konga game works. As far as I know, these little jingles are newly made for this Flash site. So hopefully I don't get, copyright strikes for this, but they might be based on the songs in the game. Probably not, though. Although that did sound similar to the riff from... Anyway, whatever. It's fine. That little animation of transitioning to a different area of the island is very cute. You can see screenshots from the game. That's the promotional part of this. Pretty boring stuff. Yeah, great. It's the title screen. This is what gameplay looks like. Yep. Anyway, the more interesting thing to me is the stuff that exists on this site that is unique to it. And here is one of those. The wildlife and birds on Konga Island together create their own notes and melodies that could be collected and used to compile tunes. Using your arrow keys and the DK Bongo controller, collect the notes that fall from the treetops and create your own wildlife melody. I think my controller should work for this, because spacebar, yeah. So like left and right represents your hands on the bongos, and you move DK around to grab notes. This is actually pretty similar to a mini game that would later appear in Donkey Kong Jungle Climber on the DS. This is an era of these sort of experimental control schemes for Donkey Kong. People have compared the control mechanics of King of Swing and Jungle Climber having just these 2 buttons to, Donkey Konga and Jungle Beat being controlled with the bongos. It's pretty interesting. So yeah, we've composed a little melody by collecting random notes. And by doing that, we've succeeded. There's going to be another little transition as we go back to the beach from this external area. I think that's very cute. Donkey looks a little off model, but it's nice, that animation. Yeah, so back at the beach, little hub. And now we can choose to go to the next area. We'll go to the waterfall. And all of these are like separate little Flash games or something. I don't know. It's probably... Okay, concentrate now. You do have to hit enough notes to fill up your bar, and otherwise you got to do it again. Cool. So I did that in the wrong order, it seems, but that's okay. Now I get the vine swinging animation, very nice. And here at the waterfall, very Rumble Falls, like from Smash Bros. Melee. And instead of screenshots, we can now see a little bit about the game. Yeah, an eclectic selection of funky, fresh, and just plain fabulous songs. I think that is a bit of marketing spin. People have, noted that the song selection what? I don't know how to like select these other ones, but anyway, it's not important. Yeah, the song selection, it's kind of like cheap covers of top 40 hits. Not that interesting. Okay, this is important. Diddy Kong has put together a well-known Donkey Kong melody, and you need to collect all of the notes to compile the tune. However, there is a problem. The notes are hidden inside wooden barrels that are cascading down the waterfall. Throw coconuts at the barrels and smash them open to release the notes. Yeah, Donkey Kong apparently has lost his coconut gun, so he's resorted to using his arm. Excuse me? Oh yeah, this one's the click one. I forgot. I was all ready with my arrow keys and my spacebar mapped to my controller, but this one is actually pretty hard to control. Like I don't know how it works, but oh, that's interesting. That almost sounds like a riff from Creepy Castle in DK64. Because when it said that you're composing the tunes to the notes to a Donkey Kong tune, I was going to make the point that one of people's problems with the Donkey Konga games is that there's so much great music in the series, and the games never, these rhythm games that are about music never cover that that music, really. I think the only Donkey Kong music in the series is you get the melee version of the DK rap in one of them, which, you know, has new rappers and changes it to Heck of a Guy. And you get the Japanese opening theme to the CGI cartoon in one of the Japanese releases. And that's really marginal as far as it being a Donkey Kong track. Alright, so there's a few more little rhythm games that we got to do. The cinema is a place where you just watch a trailer for the game. But we need to increase our rank with the rhythm minigames to finally get the last bit of content. Oops, sorry. Gonna have to do that again. Yeah, as you can see, the rhythm sections in this Flash site are very simple, repetitive jingles, but it's just kind of, I guess, a primer for what the gameplay is like. And again, it's very hard to commentate rhythm games and play them at the same time. I've discovered this a few times on this stream. There you go. Journey to the cinema to view a cool Donkey Konga movie. So now we have to judge whether this movie is cool. It's basically a trailer for the game. Kind of a commercial. You've completed levels 1, 2, and 3 and have accessed all the areas within Konga Island. A 4th level of the training session has been unlocked. And you don't have to watch this trailer, but it's here. Given says you should totally do write-ups of all these on the forum. Yeah, these Flash games were going to be like phase 6 of honorable mentions when that was still going. It was a really big project, really, to be honest. I've got some notes for them in my document, but not much. And there's other ones that I discovered after making those notes. But to be honest, I'm a bit discouraged about... The last time I made a thread based on something I did in these streams, which was the Grunty's Revenge Missions thing, Like, I didn't really get much response, so yeah. Did you notice that there was a very brief jingle from Donkey Kong Arcade in there? Doodaloo-doo, doodaloo-doo. Alright, so now that we've done level 3 and gone back to the beach, the star has unlocked. Ding, bonus content. Yeah, that's fair enough. The forums just aren't as active as they used to be in general. Yeah, so how do I do this again? Enter. Yeah, it was enter. Enter is not used any other time unless you're selecting those tracks. So to pass level 5 of the rhythm training, you have to do, or level 4, you have to do 5 separate tracks for the final bit of bonus content. Dang. Too many bad notes there. Yeah, you got to do a little better on these ones. Track 2, enter. Yeah, level 4 consists of several tracks in a row. Cool. Oh, it's the Donkey Konga mini-site theme. That's nice. I'll call it the Konga Island Jam or something. Ah, that was so close. Yeah, Heil's fan theory on the events of the first Donkey Konga game is that they take place in the same islands that you see in Donkey Kong Land. So like Monkey Mountains, the Kremlantis area, and of course Big Ape City. And it kind of matches up. Or was that Donkey Konga 2? Dang, now I forget. But the fact that I think this game is sort of contributing new lore in the form of Konga Island's existence is really cute. Oops. Yeah, these are pretty demanding. You got to do quite well. But it's not too hard to do it, and it doesn't take too long either. If you fail a Donkey Konga track, it's like 3 minutes of your life gone. Yeah, skitchin'. No! Wow, that was quite bad. No! That's rough. Oof. Okay, almost there. Haven't even got to like all the rare stuff. That's just a lot to cover apparently. That track sounds familiar, but I can't quite place it. I don't know. Hopefully someone can tell me. Yeah, so having completed level 4 of the Donkey Konga training, the treasure chest has been unlocked. Clicking on the emerald takes us to bonus content. Before I do that, I'll just quickly check the synthesizer. That's opened up a new window. I don't know if that's going to work. It's just a blank orange window, so I guess that's not working right now. But click the emerald and... oh, that's another new window too, but this one is working. Hold on, I'll switch you over. I have to change... this one? Yes. No? This one. There we go. Ta-da! Bonus content. Congratulations, your skills in the Donkey Konga training sessions have earned you some extra bonus content. Use the links below to access your content. And as before, as we saw, it's a wallpaper and screensaver, which we've seen on some of these other promotional sites. Yep, there you go. Hooray! So that's it for Donkey Konga. So now we can go back to the Flashpoint browser. Right. Yes. So again, I had to run that in a separate Basilisk instance that had a built-in Flash thingy that still works. And you can find info about that on the Flashpoint Discord. Right. The next thing is a couple of pay-on mini-games. So the promotional site for Donkey Kong King of Swing on the Game Boy Advance had a minigame called Hurling for Distance. How far can you make DK hurl? Click on DK to begin your swing, then click again to hurl the rock. Now, this is a pretty familiar kind of gameplay system that a lot of mobile games and Flash games use. Throwing something and then it bouncing and trying to get the greatest distance you can. It hits things along the way. I guess the only thing to interact with are the tires in this case. I'll try and get a more upward arc this time. Nope. Too early, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty simple. And yes. Hooray! Not a great hurl. But there you go. King of Swing, hurling for distance. Done. Right. The Jungle Climber mini site is pretty interesting. Actually, Skellox archived that as well. If I had more time, maybe I would explore that a bit, but I think we'll stick to just playing the mini games that were on it right now, and not too long on those either, because if you're familiar with Donkey Kong Jungle Climber, you might recognize some of these. The bonus game challenges from Jungle Climber is what the mini games are. They're just replicated these actual little mini games from the DS release itself in Flash, and that's what it is. So I don't know. It's not that interesting really because it's not unique content, but it's kind of cute that they that they did that. So this one is Rolling Panic. We've also got Banana Bonanza here. Click the button. Hey, actually got the big one. Lovely. And we catch bananas. So like Donkey Konga, I guess it's a little bit of a preview of some of the gameplay that you can expect in the final game. But unlike Donkey Konga, there's no unique stuff to also keep you interested if you're familiar with the game. And this is the last one, Banana... oh, what's this called? Banana Grab. Again, this is exactly how it plays in the DS game. Maybe a little simpler in terms of... I can tell that the music is toned down a little bit from what you get on the DS. Because they're obviously optimizing for file size with these things. Yeah, so those are the three little things, and you can find those in the Jungle Climber microsite. But that covers the end of the Donkey Kong, Flash games that I was going to look at. So let's jump back over to Rare, because this is around the time Rare's with Microsoft. They've started putting out their own things, and those things are getting their own microsites. So this is a pretty interesting one. What we've just covered goes up to about 2007. So we're going to step back a little bit here to go to 2005. Conker Live and Reloaded on the Xbox was Rare's remake of Bad Fur Day.
I think around Bambi.
And
I'm gonna get tanked tonight.
I think this microsite itself is not like, doesn't have like any adult rated content in it, unfortunately. So that's good, because this is still a family friendly stream. But yeah, it's a cute little site. As noted on the Flashpoint front end, a lot of assets are missing. So a lot of these links just don't work, unfortunately. But we can at least see this sort of hub screen, which is really cute, with a little 3D animated model of Conker that changes. No. What did I click there? I'm going to have to quit. I'll launch it again. Anyway, it's a really cool little thing. And you can see that, you know, he's in his army getup, but you go over here, it shifts over to Bad Fur Day style one. But trying to click that, nothing comes up. So they've archived, they've partially archived this. So you can go over here, see about a thing. Hang on a sec. There's a note. The only preserved section is about multiplayer. So if I click this one. I gotta relaunch it. The really interesting thing about this that I was curious was this has a minigame associated with it. So a lot of these microsites have information about the game and a minigame to play. Unfortunately, the minigame has not been archived. Whack-A-Teddies is not playable, and that would have been amazing if I could do that, but it's not doable. So about multiplayer, yeah. So this is the only thing that works. This is what all the other sections would look like, and it just tells you about the game. Yep, that's it. So that's Conker Live and Reloaded. Ooh. We have a new user in chat, Crusader Lord Negev. I've literally never seen this game before. What even? I thought it was for Xbox only. Yeah, this is a Flash-based microsite with information about the game. Just a promotional marketing tool, really. But some of these do have their own associated mini-games. Unfortunately, the mini-game in this one has not been preserved, so we'll have to move on. Okay, the next one that I've written down in chronology is 2006 Viva Pinata. There's a microsite for that. This one. I haven't actually tried this one out yet, but we'll see what it's like. Okay, this is opening in a browser. So I'll pull that window up for you to see. There you go. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is heavily based on the cartoon, it seems, because we got the talking animals.
It's me, Hudson. I'm good.
Yes, they will repeat their lines if you mouse over them multiple times. Oh, it's just opening new tabs. So that takes you to 4Kids website with information about the series. That website is probably no longer accessible, it looks like. What's this? Oh, okay, so there's a little garden mini game here. You can just click things to make things appear. What? Oh, okay, you have to pick the right ones. Let's go Kong. Peanuts, bananas, and a pond? And we got an Elephantilla. Great. That's cute. So yeah, it's a little promotional thing. The world of Viva Pinata takes us to another 4Kids site. This one is loading. I probably didn't give the other one enough time, maybe, but... Oh, we got two music tracks going at once, yeah. So this is promoting both the show that was out at the time and the first game. So that took us to, yeah, the garden. All right. So that's cool, but let's stop that. I think we've explored that thoroughly enough. Oh, yeah. Gibbon saying, it would have been amazing if the Live and Reloaded microsite had fed into the sort of instruction manual framing device that they were gathering at the pub to reminisce about Bad Fur Day. Well, shall I load it up again? And
Yeah, I think around Zombie, I'm gonna get tanked tonight.
examine it closely. Bad Fur Day. Oh, that's right. Nothing's going to load. So we're not going to get any information. Maybe I'll just read this a little carefully. Excuse me. Come on, it's not coming up this time. Well, never mind. You can maybe look at it a bit more closely yourself if you want to analyze it in depth. Yeah. Negev is saying, that's crazy. I love old stuff like this. It's a lot of fun to see old stuff from my childhood. Also, I was one of the guys on your YouTube asking how you played Monkey Shines. Oh, okay. Did I answer that satisfactorily? I probably tried to respond, I hope. But yeah. Luckily, there's a few different ways to play the first Monkey Shines, including a sort of native OS X port, which is just a sheep shaver wrapper, but it makes it more accessible. And people recreating the PC port and stuff. But yeah, Negev's apparently a fan of Viva Pinata, the game and the show, so that's cool. Conquer Live and Reloaded kind of bombed, didn't it? I agree with you. Oh, that's great. They were able to play it the next day. That's amazing. I'm so glad. All right. So there's a couple of other Viva Pinata things to look at before we're done with that. This is Viva Pinata Candy Stash. Keep Professor Pesta and his ruffian bots from reaching your stash. And it's a tower defense game. I don't know really anything about the show or the game, so I don't know if ruffian bots were a thing before. But anyway, yeah. It's a pretty typical tower defense game. I'm the original party animal. How do we go? Like, oh, there. The little arrow. Great. Yeah, so this is a pretty common genre for Flash games like this. And I certainly played a lot of them. But yeah, this one seems pretty normal, to be honest. You can still see games like this. I've played one recently, actually. A couple of friends that I met recently were participating in a game jam and made a little tower defense game and put it up on itch.io. So that's cool. What was it called? So I can promote it. It's called Rough and Tumble. Franklin is not... Oh, only works against air ruffians. That's why he's being so useless. I better drop a couple more Hudson's Dazzling Smile just to deal with these ruffian bots. Oh no, they're getting my stash. I was not prepared. Hudson's Dazzling Smile, Franklin's Surfwave, Fergie's Excuse, Les's Bat Attack, Paulie's Hot Pretzel, and Tina and T's Candy Combo. I assume these are characters from the show. Anyway, this is cute. Like I said, tower defense was a big genre for Flash games. I guess it's relatively simple to make a decent one. The problem is getting the game balance right. I'm trying to save up for a higher level tower so I can see what they look like and how they behave differently, but I think for now I have to invest more in more cheaper ones just to deal the damage. But yeah, to address Negev's earlier question, Conquer Live and Reloaded kind of bombed, didn't it? Like, I mean, I heard it was an okay game, but fans of the series said it was bad. That depends which fans you ask. I know fans who prefer the remake, who say that they're about equal, that the improvements, you know, balance out the shoddy things in the port. I'm on the side that I really prefer the original Bad Fur Day to the remake. Yeah, I think it has a lot of problems. Crusader Lord Negev is getting first grade computer lab flashbacks. Yes, I did talk about this before. Sneakily playing games like this at school because they were just so accessible. If you have a computer, you can do it. Yeah, at my school there was a lot of slime volleyball, but I don't really remember specific games too much. There was one where you were playing as a Japanese Zero fighter at Pearl Harbor. That was pretty interesting. I thought that was a lot of fun. I don't remember the name of it though. So this game was sourced from onlinegamesunblockedatschool.weebly.com, but it doesn't appear to be running, unfortunately. What I've tried to launch just now is a sequel to Viva Pinata Candy Stash, Viva Pinata Super Candy Stash, and it looks very similar from the screenshot available on Flashpoint. I'm just getting a black screen though, sadly. Maybe we can just skip that one. It looks like it's the same thing again, just a little bit different. Maybe we could try re-downloading it. Or, it says it's installed. I don't know. Like I said, not a big deal. Yeah, I'll try uninstalling it and reinstalling it. Unable to delete data pack. Okay. It said to try relaunching Flashpoint, so I'll do that. Bit of a problem with this one. I tested most of them, but not this one. Hang on, I'll bring it up again just to show you what's going on. Flashpoint launcher. So I've dropped all the rare related ones that I found in this little favorites category. We've got the Viva Pinata microsite, Candy Stash, and Super Candy Stash. As you can see, pretty similar. Yeah. Maybe rebalanced, hopefully. So still a black screen. I'll try uninstalling it again. It doesn't let me. So yeah, we'll just skip that one. Can't play Super Candy Stash, but no great loss. It's pretty similar to the first one from what it looks like. What's the time? All right. We'll rush quickly along. Jetpack Refueled Game Guide is the next one that I found. What I did was just search the database of 100,000 Flash games on Flashpoint that have been preserved for any rare like series titles, and this is another one that I found. It's not much of a game, sadly, but it's another one of those sort of informational microsites in Flash. But it's got a lot of fun characters to it. I wonder if... Hold on. I'll launch it again because... Yeah, you get a little animation at the start. And you can see this thing kind of looks like an arcade cabinet or something. And it is in widescreen, even though the cabinet itself is upright. But, you know, you get aliens popping in from the sides and stuff. You can cycle through the... Yeah, information about the game. There's like a almost little mini comic thing about the game and stuff. Yeah. So this is just more of an informational site to tell you about Jetpack Refueled on the Xbox Live Arcade. But it's very cute. It has a bit of music in the background too. Yeah, that's a problem, isn't it, Negav? I've had that problem. Searching to find a bundle of old shareware or demo PC games from long ago. I remember so many fun memories, but no names. I just need the CDs. Yeah, I've definitely been through that. Like, what is this game? It was so cool. But what's the name of it? And then I eventually found it was Hold On To Your Nuts, aka Squeezels. That's one that I went through that process with. Anyway, cool. So the next one on my list is not in Flashpoint, but I do have it archived myself. I saved it at some point, and I can play it, and I'll do it like this. Click, click, click. Now, yep, that's captured that, so that should be fine. When I press this button, it will come up. So this was on Nintendo's website around 2007 to promote Diddy Kong Racing DS, the Rare-made remake of the Nintendo 64 game. And in this mini Flash game, you play as Timber. That's right. He finally gets a chance to be the star of a video game without being usurped by Diddy or Saber or Fox. He even was planned at one point to be in his own 3D adventure game that fell through. But here he is, the star of Timber's Balloon Pop. Let's play. Pop the balloons to earn points. Hitting a bubble will end your game, so avoid them. Collect a key to turn all the bubbles on screen into red balloons. Collect a silver coin to make all the bubbles disappear. And pop 4 blue numbered balloons in a row to collect bonus points. So, as far as how it plays, it's pretty similar to a game that I played on a little kind of mini-game collection. I showed it off on stream once, actually, Expert Software's 40 Games. It was this mouse maze thing. I don't know, it's probably a clone of some other popular game that I don't know about, but basically the idea is stay away from the edges of the screen because those balloons will end your game straight away. Yeah. And the background music, of course, is from Hot Top Volcano in Diddy Kong Racing. Lovely little track. I just need that one. Timber's sprite is too big. Couldn't squeeze between those balloons. I want to get that numbered bonus. But yeah, Timber's Balloon Pop. It has an entry on Mario Wiki, this game. And a link to where you could play the game back when Flash was available. I don't... yeah, I think it was an archive link, but... now that I think of it, I don't think it was actually saved, that the SWF was saved. So once you get all 4 of those numbers, you actually start flashing, you're invincible, you can't be hurt by the bubbles. And the music in the background changed. It added extra... elements from the original Hot Top Volcano track, parts of the melody, and that's really cool. I like that song a lot. So it feels really good when you grab that invincibility. I'll do another run or two, but yeah, again, this is another quite simple little mini game, a little bit of a time waster that you could play on the Nintendo website. Hey. Dude, some of these patterns are really rough. Boink. Should have saved that key, oh well. So many bubbles. Why are bubbles the hazard here? Oops. I'm just thinking, what were the hazards that you could drop behind you if you got the green balloon? It's like an oil slick and then like a mine, and I think maybe a bubble was the 3rd level one. Maybe? But yeah, it's a little odd. But nice jungle sunset background. That's very DK-esque. Missed the key. But I got a 3. I just squeezed between those balloons. Those bubbles. Lovely. Oh, thank goodness. Now I just need a 4. And I want to hear that cool music again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah, nuts. And Negev says, I remember when they said Flash was going down. Oh, no. I literally just felt like I had depression. I know it sounds weird, but all my life I've played Flash games since I was a child, and it felt like a part of my life and childhood was being taken away from me. Not cool, Adobe. Yeah, I understand how you feel there. like completely shutting down Flash in that way is really rough for game preservation, because that's one of the things I want to illustrate today is that Flash games, it was a huge thing, and there was such a wide variety of games available there, whether it was just like beginning coders and game designers making making their own experimental things, whether it was these sort of promotional games that relate to a franchise that you love. There was some really cool stuff there, and when that gets taken away in one fell swoop like that, it's really rough for preservation of this culture and this history. No! Which is why I'm so thankful that I found the Flashpoint project to, keep all these things alive. So go check out Flashpoint if you're interested in revisiting any of this stuff from your childhood, or finding any of these games that I'm playing today, except for Timber's Balloon Pop, which is not on there yet, although I have submitted it to them. There was a problem with my submission. They like quickly got to it and checked it out, but then said, the URL that you provided needs to match the file that you've like put in the I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I did it wrong, but then I fixed it, and it hasn't yet gone back through that process, unfortunately, but hopefully soon. Anyway, so that's Timber's Balloon Pop. Yeah. Given said, sorry. There's some chat that I want to read, but before I do, I'll load up the final game that I'm playing today. I think I've covered everything else. Oh, there's one I just quickly added. I'll just load it up extremely quickly. This is like the most recent one, because this is Tropical Freeze, a game released in 2014 for the Wii U, and it's still got a Flash microsite. Yeah. Anyway, that's that. No mini games there, unfortunately, but yeah, it's in here. Yes. So the last thing I'm playing today is another rare one. I've done a video about this before on my channel. Oh, it didn't come up. Hold on. Yeah, as a separate video, I did this, but this is the first time I'm going to stream this. I'm going to include it in here because it's really, apart from Barrel Maze, this is the main event, the other main event that I wanted to get to. What? It didn't work again. I want to show you this intro thing. Oh, it doesn't come up because it's... Maybe I can refresh that. Hold on. Nope. Hang on. Okay. Try refreshing. Where's the refresh button? Go. Yeah. So this is Lunchables Presents Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts Aerial Challenge. And we have this thanks to it being originally archived on the website of the creator at option5.net. But yeah, as part of the Flash takedown, it's no longer playable there, but we can play it through Flashpoint. This was to promote the release of Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts in 2008 on the 360, although I see that Flashpoint notes its release date as 2010, so it might have been, a slightly later promotion. They kept the game going, it got DLC and stuff, and then I don't know when this Lunchables promotion was, but yes, Microsoft partnered with, Oscar Mayer, to have like some merchandise and this Flash game that tied in with it. But I'm just going to cover the chat that came up just before. Gibbon saying that the takedown of Flash was really rough for preservation of the internet in general. I was watching a mini documentary video about Homestuck the other day. Oh yeah, Homestuck. Heavily Flash-based. And apparently it's just straight up not possible to experience it properly anymore with the original interactive bits or videos and whatnot because of the Flash shutdown. Yeah, I've been playing Strongbad's Cool Game for Attractive People recently and watching Homestar Runner videos, and they found a way to... There's a thing called Ruffle where a lot of their old Flash-based videos are playable in this sort of like Flash emulator or something. But it's not perfectly compatible. Some of the elements they used in those videos don't come through in the Ruffle interface. And Negev says, things come and go so fast, especially when times change. It's unfair to people as gamers and preservers of the internet. It was so cool and it was taken so fast and there wasn't many ways to return it. Also, yo, Lunchables, but Banjo and Kazooie. Yes, indeed. That's what we're looking at. This music, by the way, while I was talking, I noted that the background sort of vocals, is that from Rayman Origins? It's got that little sort of lum singing. Or loom. It sounds a little Banjo-esque with the theremin and stuff. But equally, like when it gets to the vocal part, just listen to this. Because again, Nuts and Bolts is one of those, Microsoft era rare things that I haven't experienced myself. So it may be that this is taken from Nuts and Bolts, but I'm not sure. Yeah, listen to this. That's got to be Rayman Origins. This is ripped off. They couldn't have had permission to use this. Yeah. I'm convinced that they ripped off audio from... or Gibbon says, possibly they sampled the same sound library. I guess it's possible. I want to say that everything in Rayman Origins was, created. Christophe Herral and Billy something. Anyway. Let's put that aside for a second and play the actual game. Now, one thing I forgot to do was watch my video when I played this before. Yes. So, how high can you go? Donkey Kong Arcade, anyone? How high can you get? Was what that game said. Anyway, the Lunchables Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts Aerial Challenge has two parts. First, build the strongest, fastest vehicle that you can, or click Let Banjo and Kazooie choose and we'll build it for you. Then see how high you can fly it, so you can also challenge a friend to beat your height. Let's build it ourselves so we can see that part of the game. Also, I assume these characters are like Lunchables mascots. Choose a body and parts for your Banjo-mobile, then click play to start the game. This is, of course, an approximation of the kind of process you do in Nuts and Bolts where you build a vehicle. I'll start with the light body. Can pick a different color for it. Let's go green. Some of the panels are recoloring. Different equipment. So these will change how it handles. I guess the balloon gives you more lift. The turkey slingshot lets you fire projectiles. So let's go folding wings. And an energy shield to give us a bit more health. Plus some add-ons. How about a windsock? Lovely. That's what they all look like. And, different music. We'll just pick that one. And I assume that's not Rayman Origins music. Fly as high as you can before your strength runs out. Use the arrow keys to steer your vehicle around obstacles and up through every room in the house. Aim with the mouse and hit the space bar to set off your defenses. What? This game expects you to have 3 hands. Okay. Watch out for flying objects that can slow you down or end the game, and be on the lookout for Lunchables power boosters. They'll make you stronger. Product placement makes you stronger. So this is interesting. It's a little house, I assume in Showdown Town or something, but, excuse me? What? Something's gone wrong. Okay, I guess the window focus was wrong. Now I have control. So yeah, what this reminds me of is a classic Mac game called Glider, where you play as a little paper airplane getting through a house, and there's all kinds of normal household obstacles to get through. And I found it incredibly charming. I love that kind of thing. Also in platformers, whenever you're running around a house as a small person, I think it's really fun. It's a really fun idea. And that's the kind of vibe I get from this, which is really cool. You get that a couple of times in Banjo, like in Mad Monster Mansion, you go inside the church or the mansion itself and platform around an organ or a table and stuff. And yeah, I always love that. So this is kind of in keeping with that, but it's not really something you do in Nuts and Bolts itself, which makes this a lot of fun and interesting, sort of new to the concept of that game. Oh boy. So once your vehicle gets destroyed, Banjo and Kazooie catapult out and yeah, parachute away. And we can hear some of those lovely tunes in the background. Ooh, I didn't look up who did the music in Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Anyway. What I settled on in the end on that other video was a heavy body to tank more damage to get through. I don't know what any of this does, to be honest. Why don't we go all projectiles and see what happens? Orange shooter and... oh, it didn't give me that option. So depending on what you choose, you actually get different ones later on. Okay. And the music this time. Mumbo TT. I don't know what TT means in that instance. It's not Trophy Thomas, is it? Negev says, a Flash game with these many options and graphics slightly blew my mind due to it being a simple game for advertising. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh boy. Getting different kind of sport balls falling down on me now. Oh, okay. So I hit spacebar and it actually made an energy shield this time. But what about... So clicking... Oh, okay. So spacebar is like your other active thing. Okay. If I hit a hazard like that with a projectile, it flashes for a bit, which can give me time to pass through. But you got to be quick. So yeah, I did find the heavy body more useful because it has more health to let you survive obstacles. And I knew that was coming, so I was able to hit it on the way up. Beach ball got me on the bounce. So yeah, like in Glider, you're traversing different rooms of a house and getting through. And even though this game is, you know, I'd never played it before I did that video, I still found it really nostalgic for that reason. Oh! So yes, there's bats, there's ghosts, there's actual ghosts. So I don't think my choices of accessories were very good there. We'll keep with the heavy one, you get a bit more control and stability. What to pick? More projectiles seems good, I think. Oh yeah, egg launcher was here and orange shooter in the same one. I think I got confused about that. Maybe a rocket booster might be useful. Yeah. And this time, did you go see him? Oh, did I not pick everything? What's going on? Yeah, I didn't pick a color. Thanks, game. Given saying, man, this is great. Okay, Negev's heading to bed. It's 1 a.m. Thanks for the memories and the amazing reminders to how awesome being a kid was. I'll see you next stream. Thanks a lot, Negev. That's great. Thank you for saying so, and yeah, enjoy your sleep. see you again sometime. Cool. So if I hit space now, nothing happens. So I don't know what's going on, but I'll try and keep it in mind to click. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was bad. I'll have to go a different way next time. That's just too deadly. Heading to the right is good though to grab that health pickup, but maybe I can just go up instead. Get through without it. Carnivorous plants again. The Venus flytrap. That's another connection to Donkey Kong Country Barrel Maze. Okay, luckily that light socket doesn't have collision. But we have to keep hitting these obstacles as we pass because they're gonna become active again. Notice how that rocking chair didn't start moving until I got into the room. Ugh. Where's that ghost? Oh, I was trying to grab the Lunchables to get my health back. I like this build. Actually, no, I don't, because the rocket booster didn't seem to do much, but that's okay. We'll just go again. What? Ah. Notice the 360 controller over there. So this TV on the wall does have collision. If you bump into it, you will lose health. So if you sneak through there, that's fine as long as you avoid the other gliders. I say other gliders because I think I'm playing Glider, but I'm not. I'm playing Lunchables presents Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts : Aerial Challenge. The best game name in the history of the Banjo series. Even better than Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge missions. It's better than that. Okay, that's a decent amount of health to be coming into the attic with, but I'll still go for that pickup over there, just to get a boost before I leave the house, because, yeah, ghosts. Ghost in a sheet. We've seen stuff like that before in Banjo. It's not unusual. Ah, what? That was weird. Luckily my turkeys are helping me. Okay. Yeah, the heavy one is the right choice, I think. Because it's really hard to avoid collision a lot of the time. Okay. Let's just try a bit of rapid fire, because these seagulls are really quick. Lunchables balloon. Gruntilda blimp, of course. Fighter jets, as you might expect. Jumbo jets, too. But yeah, once you leave the house, you do ascend into space. There are satellites to avoid. I don't know the upper limits of this game. Oh! But there is an astronaut on an asteroid up there. I think I will do at least one more run to get that high. Heavy body. Blue this time, please. Umbrella? Maybe to protect me? Get orange shooter this time. And we don't need the turkey shooter. Energy shields. And the cans. Gibbon says this is like that felt rocket game that I've played previously. Voyager is the name of that one. Yeah. And yeah. I suppose it is a little bit like that. Just keep going higher and higher into space. Okay, maybe I should have gotten 2 projectiles. There's a little bit of a gap between my shots with the orange launcher. But that's okay, we'll just try this. I do only have 2 hands, so I can't hit spacebar, unfortunately, to activate my energy shield. But if I'm in a pinch, I might try and shift one of my hands over to that option. Oh, that was close. Okay, cool. Okay. Ah, no, nope. It's okay, I'll grab the attic food and we'll be good. Oh, that vent. It's pushing me back. Of course, all the fans and vents and stuff do affect your movement. The ghost... Oh, it did get hit. Okay, cool. We can indeed stop ghosts with oranges. They don't tell you that in Ghostbuster school. Like, that's a real thing. But yeah, I don't really know how this fits into the universe of Banjo-Kazooie itself. We saw the exterior of this house. I assume that's kind of taken from the game somewhere in Showdown Town, but I don't really know for sure. But the fact that it's so popular with like realistic looking human, you know, things. Oh, the fighter jets don't have collision, but the jumbo jets do. Well, soon we'll be... Oh, I'm so slow. Maybe the rockets just work automatically. I think that's... Oh, yeah. Alright, we'll do it better this time. Oops. I'm determined to get to an ending if there is one. So, heavy. This time yellow. I'm going to assume the umbrella gives me more health. We're going to take the egg launcher. No, we'll take 2 projectiles because I think that's better at stopping things coming at me. And we'll grab the propeller this time, assuming it'll give us a bit of lift. Okay. Maybe this can be the last run. I can't believe I forgot to revisit my own video because I can't remember if this even has an ending, you know. Ugh. Anyway, I'm doing really badly this time apparently. I do feel more maneuverable, so I think the propeller is doing its work, but at the cost of my health seems low, so I'll grab those wraps with a Z. And yeah, whose kitchen is this? They have so many frying pans. That's too many frying pans. Ugh, really? Yeah, the creators of Glider, by the way, since this reminds me so much of Glider, they ported the game to iOS at some point, which is great. I played that a fair bit. It didn't have all the houses, but the original game had like this function where you could get new houses and install them, new levels. But yeah, somebody on itch.io has recreated the original game for play on modern computers, so that's awesome. Seagulls! The grunty blimp. Is that in Nuts and Bolts? I think Gibbon is actually in my boat of not having played Nuts and Bolts. So I'm not going to be able to get any answers on that front. How much of this is really from Nuts and Bolts? Who knows? Alright. Oops, space shuttles too. The Lunchables astronaut, are you going to help me? Yeah, the flag. Okay, so the astronaut hurt me, but the flag healed me. What's that? All kinds of weird space debris up here. I can't even tell what some of those smaller bits are. Okay, we got flying saucers. We got comets that seem to be following me. Ah! Oh, okay. This is good, this is good. Ow. Oh, come on. Yes. Okay. At this point, I feel confident that I've seen the last of the hazards, and this is basically the end game here. So, yep, I don't think the game has an ending. You just got to get as high as you can. And I got to 5,122 feet. I don't know what that is in real measurement. A few kilometers, I guess. Yeah, but that is the last game I had planned for today, is at least the last game I could find in the Flash archives here. So that was Rare's promotional Flash games, and that was a lot of fun. I'm sad I couldn't get through all of Barrel Maze, but that's just how things go sometimes. It's a very difficult game, and that's probably the best one I played today, although this is a lot of fun too. Yeah, and I was surprised by the Donkey Konga mini-site and how cool that was. But there's some other fun little diversions here as well. So again, if you're interested in anything I played today, check out Flashpoint. They have most of what I played. Otherwise, Skellux has the Donkey Konga thing. I really don't remember where I got Timber's Balloon Pop. If I can find a source for it, I can drop a link to that, and you can get like a standalone Flash player either from Adobe directly, or there's one called iSwift on Mac OS X. But most of it, yeah, you can play in Flashpoint, like I said. So check that out. And yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah, as Gibbon says, a good lineup. Yeah, some really cool stuff today. The world of promotional Flash games, and there's a lot of Rare related stuff there too. I just wish I had Whack-A-Teddies. I'm sad that that's missing. All right, so I'll end by just skipping back over to this to show you all the ones that I found arranged into this category. This is my own category. You're not going to be able to access that. And yeah, that will do it for today. And that will actually, yeah, bring an end to the official series of, the series that I've been playing of officially released rare games. But I do have a few more. I'll be playing some fan games for the next couple of weeks. Don't know how long that'll take. But you can look forward to that. There's some real cool stuff made by fans too. Yeah. So until then, keep preserving games. And yeah, by the way, you can help with the Flashpoint project by joining the curation program there. And if you have any Flash games backed up, or if you know where to find some, there's a process for getting them into the Flashpoint front end. Right. My voice is going. So until next time, bye-bye. Thanks for watching.